This isn't just about praying and wishing. It is about setting an intention and going to work. These series of 8 steps that deepen our consciousness, that open our hearts and our minds, that there is a possibility beyond our own control that allows us to be able to experience life in the way that we would hope. The very first step in the mastermind principles, the very first step in establishing the mastermind consciousness is I surrender. I admit that of myself, my ego is powerless to solve my problems, powerless to improve my life. I need help. I think many of us can think when we lived the opposite of that opening principle, that first step. We probably have all been there where we knew, our ego knew all of what needed to be done. And I know in my life when I have led with my ego, not my divine nature, but the human side of myself, I've done a really good job of messing things up and getting to that point where I need to surrender and recognize that of my own consciousness, I am powerless to be able to bring forward and to live life in the way that I would prefer. For a number of people, that statement of surrendering is really hard. I remember the first time hearing that and feeling like it was a debilitation that I was accepting, not an affirmation. But the truth is that when we come to terms with the fact that we need to be able to turn our life over to a higher power, a higher consciousness, and we recognize that of ourselves, it isn't the easiest or the best way to go forward. Great things can happen. We can see it for each other, and often it's really hard for us to recognize that truth for ourselves. But if we're really honest about it, if we take that inventory of our life where things have gone sideways and haven't quite worked out and we kind of wonder why, sometimes we know why. Sometimes it was that our ego was in the way.